Welcome to Undergroundopolis, everybody. It's Monday night, and the only thing you got better to do than come home from work is to tune in to Undergroundopolis every Monday night. Brought to you by Myrtle's Music, A Poor Design, and viewers and listeners like yourselves. If you would like to support this show for as little as 99 cents a month, go to anchor.fm/Undergroundopolis and hit the support button, and we appreciate you so much. Tonight, it's my first out of the U.S. guest. I'm not going to say where he's from because I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But Spacelords, space rock, spacey stoner, I would call it kind of stoner rock, with music that just takes you to a different level. And we're just going to go ahead and bring him right on because I'm really excited to talk to him. There we go.
Hey, hi. How are you? You said it's Monday night. I think it's Friday night.
It is Friday. It is, but it'll air on a Monday.
Okay.
What kind of beer are you drinking?
I'm drinking right now Fischer's beer. It's a German brand, and we have the best beer in the world here in southern Germany. I think when we go to the north to tour, we always take our beer because our taste is different. Beer in the north, we don't like it, and yeah.
You probably definitely don't like American beer.
There are probably around 1,000 different brands of beer here in Germany, so we are drinking we are used to good quality beer.
Yep. I like to drink a lot of different beers, but
yeah,
I'm drinking an American domestic tonight, so it's not. I wouldn't say it's a good beer, but it's not.
I about American beer. I remember a little story when I was 23 or so. I was on tour as a merchandise guy with an American band it was a punk band from Fresno, California, and the singer every show he took a nip of mineral water, and then he said, "Mineral water tastes like American beer." I hope it has improved in the meantime.
I'm also drinking a little bourbon, a little bit of whiskey too.
I don't have whiskey right now. I like the single malt Scotch whiskey.
I like some of those too, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, first off, tell us who you are, where you're from, and I haven't pronounced it yet because I'm afraid I'll mispronounce it.
Okay, we're from a small town called Metzingen. It's in southern Germany. about 25 kilometers south from Stuttgart. Maybe some people might know where to find Stuttgart, or it's not too far away from Munich too. Maybe 200 kilometers, which might be 130 miles. I don't know, something like that.
Something, yeah, that's close. We'll start with the easy questions. How did Spacelords come together?
Well, that's not an easy question. It was it was by coincidence, I would say. Well, I'm a drumming teacher. I had a workshop, and one of the students said, "Oh, I know you like psychedelic music, and I know a guitar player who's looking for a drummer. Maybe you can call him." And so she gave me his telephone number. I called, and that's the way I met him the first time. And the first rehearsal we made, I was thinking, this is jams, not bad, but let's see. I'm not used to this kind of music without vocals. I don't know if this will go anywhere. So, but I gave it a try 2, 3, 4 times, and then I realized that it was not jams. He had really his was more like a composition, even if it's a song 50 minutes long. The melodies and the development of his melodies was always the same, and then I started to being really interested, and yeah, that's how we started. And there was a bass player. He was a really good musician, very precise bass player, and yeah, but it didn't work with him for a long time. He had difficult with a lot of things when we were on tour, and yeah, this was not easy. And after that, I was thinking a good friend of mine for a long time, which I played in a band for about 15 years. I will call him, and now it's Eki on bass. And since Eki is in the band, that's for us our perfect lineup.
Yeah. Well, if there were somebody that you saw at a concert or even on TV or anything that you saw and he's like, you know what, I want to do that. I want to be a musician. Who could you narrow down that kind of an influence?
Sorry, the audio is bad. Can you repeat your question?
Like if you saw somebody at a concert or even on TV or whatever, and you say, you know, I want to do that. I want to be a musician. Like who would that influence be?
I was starting to wanting being a musician when I was 12 years old. There was a band playing at a school party, and I was really impressed by the drums and the guitar player. And this was my first time to hear a rock band live. And yeah, that was my reason wanting being a musician. I never took example of the great rock stars. I always wanted to do my own thing, and I think my guys are the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very impressed, of course, of John Bonham's rock drumming, and I know there are a lot of fantastic drums out there. They're great, technically great. Nevertheless, I always was trying to find my own style.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah. Well, how would you describe Spacelords music?
Yes, you mentioned it's kind of stoner rock.
Yep.
Sometimes I like stoner rock, not any band. If you listen to a lot of stoner rock bands, it's lot of bands. The sound is the same, not so interesting, except from those who invented stoner rock. But some elements of stoner rock are in the Spacelords. I also like heavy riffs sometimes. On the other side, there are really spacey melodies, and I would say it's a mixture between nice, smooth, spacey melodies and hard riffs.
Do you have a particular creative process?
Yes. Well, when we go in the rehearsal room, then we start recording. We are jamming a bit, or somebody comes up with an idea. Many times it's the guitar player Hatzi who comes up with a nice melody, and then Eki and me we're trying to find a good groove to it, and we're jamming a bit, and we record everything. And then it's me listening to the recordings, checking which part is interesting or which part was played good and which part is not as good, and then we try to arrange things and develop a song.
How many albums you
So,
have?
pardon?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish.
No, I wanted to say there are many people, or most people, think that we are jamming, but it's really not that. We have really arranged parts, and then there are free parts. They can be shorter or longer, but still using the developed melodies and grooves what we had composed in the rehearsal room or in the studio. And if you listen to our live album, for example, you can easily see that the songs live are almost the same like the songs we have on our studio albums. Yeah,
It's pretty impressive what I've heard. I mean, it is. You're right. It's like classical compositions, except it's heavy rock, and
yeah.
it's pretty damn. Is it all everything instrumental then? Because everything I've heard's been instrumental.
Pardon?
Is everything instrumental?
Almost. We had one song in the past where I did some vocals, not singing, but with a robot voice. Who
Oh,
knows? Maybe in future there will be another one, but it's instrumental.
right. How many albums do you have out?
Oh, let's see. Okay, around 8 or something like that. It's we started our first album, and the two first albums were only released on CD and not so many copies. We didn't have a label, and yeah, let's start with the Synapse album, which was released first by Sulaton Records and then the second edition on Tone Zone, and we stayed with Tone Zone label until now, and we are happy with them. Okay, that's a Synapse and Liquid Sun, Water Planet. Then there was the live LP on stage, Space Flowers, and then there will be a new album out on this year on the 3rd of December, which is called Unknown Species. Oh, and then there was a split LP on an Italian label, but the quality, unfortunately, the quality of pressing was not so good. But yeah, this
Do you have
makes
a?
all in all 9. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Do you have a favorite show you've played?
Oh, there are a few. The last favorite show, it's a couple of weeks ago. We played. It was a small club, but after all the lockdown, and this was our first time after 20 months.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. May have lost you.
Were all tested and vaccinated. Okay, this is a point where some people think it's good, some think it's bad. For us, it was good because it was a concert like normal, like before the pandemic. And then, as I said, we had a 20 months without any concerts. There was 2019. There was a concert in the Alps. In the Alps, it was fantastic with the mountains, and it was an open air festival were also many young people, and this was totally crazy. We like open air festivals a lot.
Man, that's awesome. Played in the Alps. Oh, I'm gonna have a drink too. Hell. All right, here's the counter question. What would be your least favorite show?
Oh.
That's one of my favorite questions.
The least favorite show. When we started, we had not so many people coming to our shows, but I forget about that. But since we have released our albums on vinyl, since we have a label, when I look back, there was one show but this was kind of crazy. We were invited to Innsbruck. This was the first concert of the tour through Italy, and on the way to Italy, we passed Innsbruck in Austria, and there was a band. They had 1 hour and a half sound check, and then we made our sound check in 20 minutes, and we were supporting them, and then we started playing. There were 5 people in the audience, and it turned out that these 5 people, they are even not they weren't from Innsbruck, but from another town in Austria, and they especially came for us to see us. So we finished our show, went in the backstage, and then the other band, after 30 minutes, they came in the backstage, and we thought, you're having a small break. They said, no, we finished playing. Why? Because there's nobody there anymore. The people had gone because they had seen us, and it was ridiculous. But we gave our best also for these 5 people. Yeah. It's not the fault of the 5 people that there were only 5. It's fault of the promoter. You didn't make a good promotion, so it made no sense really to play, but we did.
Yeah. Oh, I've played plenty of times to just 5 people and the other band. Sometimes just the other band.
Yeah.
Would you say you preferred the studio or the stage?
I prefer the stage. All of us. I mean, especially for me, as a drummer, studio, it's really hard work because you have to be so concentrated playing every song without mistakes, because if it live, little mistakes, nobody recognizes small mistakes live. But in the studio, when I have little mistakes in the recording, and I have to listen to this my whole life, no, I can't stand it. So I'm really so concentrated, and this is hard. Even when you have a 20-minute song and you play the 19 minutes without any mistake, it was all fine, and then you start thinking, oh my God, I hope that I won't make a mistake in the last minute, and then it's becoming really dangerous because it might happen. You played mistake. It's not good to think too much when you play, in my opinion.
Right. That's very true. What's your favorite song to play, you personally? Favorite Spacelords song?
My favorite song? Oh, I have many, but one of my favorite songs is Plasma Thruster from the album Water Planet. There are too many. To be honest, I really like to play every song of us. If I wouldn't like, we wouldn't play. We like all of our songs. We have really difficulty. Is to be a program of every time I have to leave some favorite songs.
Well, if you could open for anybody, if you could open for any band, who would it be?
Pardon?
If you could open for any band, who would it be?
For open for who would it be? Oh, yeah. I don't know.
There's not very many people like you.
I really have no favorite band who I want to open for. If it's I love a lot of bands, but in the stone rock or psychedelic scene, what I like very much is I have the impression that there's not this competition feeling when we went on tour with another band. One day we are opening for them, then they are opening for us, and all the bands we meet, they are really nice and friendly, and there's not this competition thing. I really don't know. There are many good bands out there.
Who would be a band that you bought an album of and then threw it away?
Oh, actually, I like King Buffalo. I like them very much. King Buffalo, and yes, this is an American band from Rochester, New York. I don't know. Do you know them?
Who's
King
that?
Buffalo.
I've heard that name. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah. You have to look for King Buffalo. They're from New York, Rochester, New York. It's an American band.
But if
And then there are
could
there
say
are
that last part again.
good German bands like their connection, huh? Connection is bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I barely. It was cutting in and out. Say the last part
Yeah.
again. Say that last part
Um,
again.
I said I like at the moment I like King Buffalo. This is some band from Rochester, New York. I like their sound a lot at the moment, and then I have other favorite.
Did we lose you? There you
Did you
are.
hear me?
Part of it. How much battery? How much juice your battery have on your phone?
Um, I don't think it's my phone. I'm connected to the internet.
Okay,
Should be okay. My phone. Maybe it's the long distance. I don't know if you have
it might
ever
be.
made a
No, you're my first.
interview with Germany. Yeah.
Nope, you're my first one.
Oh, okay. Might be the long distance
It might be.
because
Well,
my phone is charged completely and the connection is
okay,
good, but it might be that.
all right. But that's okay, man. It's just still a great interview. I'm telling you. I'm having so much
Yeah.
fun with this.
It's
What was an album that you purchased and then you listened to it and immediately threw it away?
I didn't throw away any album, but maybe where one can say I listened one time and they say it's rubbish. It was oh. Mm, I like Monster Magnet a lot, but there was one album I didn't like. I listened one time and never again. And some underground bands, you buy an album, you see them live, then you buy the album, and then you listen only 1 minute, and then you say, "No, the sound is terrible. The music isn't well played. No, I don't want it, to listen to it anymore." There was a band Cosmic Fall, but I don't want to blame anybody, you know.
Right. No, it's just a fun question. I thought. I always think it's a fun question.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a who is a producer you'd really like to work with? If you could work with any producer. And this is another one of my favorite questions.
I'm not so much into, you know, the very popular producers. They are from more popular music, like Rick Rubin for these grunge bands or so. And in our style, I couldn't really. I can't remember a name who is so popular that I would say this guy should produce us. I'm producing ourselves.
All right. Well, what's the best musical advice you've ever been given?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would advise any band to look for their personal own style and sound, because I see, especially young bands, they, of course, when you start playing music, you have your taste, they are your favorite bands, and you want to sound like them, and then you will always be a copy of an original band who created an original sound. I think there are not many bands, for example, they can compare with Spacelords. It has something unique.
Yeah.
And this is the only reason why people want to start to listen to your music. You have to create a unique sound for yourself that no one else has. Otherwise, you will be always the second or a copy, and people like the original more than a copy.
Yep. Very true. Do you have a band camp or anything?
Yes, of course. You can Bandcamp the Spacelords.
All right. Anything you want to add before we wrap this up? Oh, uh-oh.
Oh my God.
We can still hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm here again. Oh, it's a pity that it's so difficult because of the technique.
Yep. That's all right,
I can't
man.
hear you.
How about now? You hear now?
I'm sorry. I don't. I
Oh.
can't hear you anymore.
Oh. Well. How about now?
Can you say something?
I am. All right.
Fuck. It doesn't work
All right.
no more.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll call it. We'll call it.
Can we try to? I go out of the show and I try to get in. I push the link again and we restart the session. Maybe because there's no sound.
Okay. Try it. Go ahead. You do it.
It doesn't
Nothing.
work.
Oh. Go ahead. Go ahead and back out.
Shit. Okay, I will leave. I try to come again.
Yeah. We're gonna see if we can log him back in. And if not, definitely check out Spacelords. Check out the new album coming out December 3rd called Unknown Species. Give him a couple more minutes, and if I think we got him.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ah,
cool. I was leaving because I thought it's better to restart again. Now it's working
no,
fine.
no,
Cool.
that's cool. Well, I'm almost out of questions anyway.
Okay. What a pity it was so difficult sometimes, but
it's all right.
I hope you have material for your show and.
Oh yeah. I want you to plug in your Bandcamp, your websites, and tell us about the album coming up, Unknown Species.
Okay, we have a website on Facebook, always the Spacelords. We have our official website, thespacelords.com. And then we have our Bandcamp site, Bandcamp / the Spacelords. And yeah, our new album we were recording during the lockdown, and the people who had already listened to it say that it's really full of energy. And yeah, we had no chance to play live, so I guess all our energy we put into the recording, and they are really, as always, long songs. Two songs about 10 minutes and a really long song about 20 minutes on the B side of the LP. And in my opinion, it's the best recording we made from the sound perspective. The quality of the recording is better than before. It's me, the engineer, so I always continue improving. I learn. We do it all in our own studio, so we have enough time and nobody's gonna stress us, and we can work on it as long as we want. And yeah, that's our way to produce our albums, and we want to live it like that. It's the best way for us.
Well, I want to thank you so much for giving me your time, man, especially this late at night for
Yeah, you're lucky because I'm a night owl. This is the music business requires to be a night owl because it's
it's
always late,
nocturnal.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically the interview's over, but I'm going to ask you to do me a couple favors. One is
Yeah,
to
okay.
make me a soundbite for the show, and you'll say, "This is Marcus. Is it Schnitzler?
Schnitzler, yeah.
From
Schnitzler.
Spacelords, and you're tuned in to Undergroundopolis.
Undergroundopolis.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, I'll try. Maybe we need a few tries. Okay, first attempt. Hi there, it's Marcus Schnitzler from the Spacelords, and you're turning in What was the name? Wait. I have to write it down. I will
It's
try
okay.
it again.
It's
Say
okay.
Say it again.
Undergroundopolis, like Metropolis, but
underground. Yeah. Otropolis, huh?
no, Opolis. Just the last part.
Opolis.
Yeah,
Undergroundopolis.
that's
Yes.
it.
No. Undergroundopolis. Okay. And then you repeat the way what you want me to say.
Yeah.
You're turning into
You're tuned.
Undergroundopolis. You're
You're
tuning
tuned.
in.
Yeah, that's fine. Tuning in.
Or
You're
you
tuning
tuned
in.
in.
Tuned in.
You're tuned in.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why we make instrumentals, because I can't remember any text,
Do the whole thing again.
Okay. Hi there. This is Marcus Schnitzler from the Spacelords, and you're tuned in to Undergroundopolis.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And do you have a joke?
A joke? Oh, yes, in German, but not in English.
All right.
Okay,
That's
but
fine.
I've one serious question in English.
Okay.
Or yeah, there are 30 cows on a field and 28 chicken. How many did not?
Did not what?
Yeah, how many did not? 30 cows on a field and 28 chicken. How many did not?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is a crazy question in English. It's all only working in English. It's not that the number 28, but they ate 20 of the cows ate chicken. So 10 did not. The answer is 10. It's stupid. That's the only stupid thing I know in English. So
Your English is pretty damn good. It's a lot of it's better than a lot of Americans' English. I
oh
promise
really?
you.
Thank you a lot.
I promise you, it is.
I have not a big vocabulary, but I'm trying my best. Yeah, cool, fine. Thank you.
Well, thank you again, and we're going to go ahead and sign off. And I'll as soon as I get this done, I'll send it to the Spacelords page.
That's cool.
And if you'll just please share it a few times.
Yes.
I'm trying to grow too, and I'm really excited to have somebody not from the United States on the show. I'm just like ecstatic about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Maybe,
it was a lot of fun.
okay, I hope so. I hope it's a lot of fun for you.
I was really a little bit nervous because I thought, I don't know if the technique will work, if the connection will be good. And as you have seen, we had some problems and with the audio, and it's not good, and you don't understand. You can hear all the questions, but I think after all, it was quite good. And
I do too.
yeah, I had fun talking to you. Thank you, man.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye then.
Bye-bye. Thank you so again.